So I remember asking my mom, I think it was the question, why me? I had a feeding tube sticking out of my side. I have a scar that's all the way across my abdomen. It's literally from side to side.
Our life changed when we had the twins. Hunter's story isn't his story without Austin, and Austin's story isn't Austin's story without Hunter.
Initially, we didn't know exactly what was wrong with him because Hunter was diagnosed in the womb. So we knew there was a problem. We didn't know what the problem was.
They discovered that his bowel had twisted on a blood supply and was necrotizing, which means it was dying. And so by the time they took him to surgery, he had lost all but I think it was about 20% of his small intestine. And then they left some dusky bowel in there, hoping it would pink back up or get life back in it once blood flow was restored. But it didn't. And the probability of him making it was not good. And it continued to die, leaked stool into his system, which he became septic. Then he coded on us. Then they emergently took him back to surgery like at 3:30 in the morning on a Sunday. And Hunter didn't look like Hunter at that point. Hunter was yellow skinned because he was jaundiced. His hair had fallen out. He looked like he had been through chemo. He was twice his size. And Austin didn't blink an eye. He sat right by there and he held his hand. Didn't say much. He just held his hand. While he was coding, I ran to the sleep room because I couldn't watch it. And I sat down on a bed and opened up the drawer, and there was a Bible. And that Bible, I just opened it. And I opened it to Psalm 71. As I was reading that, it said, "When I grow old and I have gray hair, I will praise you." Kind of got the sense that maybe Hunter's going to grow old and have gray hair. And at that point, I prayed and I was like, God, he's yours. And if you're ultimately going to take him 2 weeks from now, 2 months from now, or 2 years from now, and he's going to have to suffer, he's yours. He's on loan to me. So when he came out of surgery and he was still with us, I knew he was going to grow old and he was going to have gray hair. Hunter finally wakes up and I'm sitting there beside him. And he looked over at me and he said, "Feeling better, Mommy?" And I thought Raj was going to cry because, he had coded for about 3 minutes. And anytime you code for that amount of time, there is a chance of brain damage. And Raj said, "Well, at least we know there's no brain damage."
I still knew Hunter before this all happened, but the moment that he came home, it was just so different. Like I couldn't just touch him. I couldn't just get as close as I could to him like I could before, and to stay away from these specific cords and things that were going up into his stomach and that were coming out of his chest. Just don't touch those. He could get really sick. The only memories I do remember having with Hunter at that time was holidays and stuff like Christmas and Halloween and things where we would all get dressed up and be all together as a family. And Hunter being there and not really being able to talk that much just yet because of all the stuff that had happened. But he just, I was very happy that he was home, but it was just so different. And so just adjusting to that new normal and what that was like to have a brother now, that I had to be really careful and mindful of what I was doing around him.
A lot of people succumb to either their injuries or their illnesses, and I didn't want to be that person, so I feel like a lot of people would have seen me in that space, in that hospital, and figured that I was just going to be that chronic illness kid all my life.
So for Hunter, his ninth grade was the first time that he ever started playing tennis. And we just went down to the neighborhood courts and started hitting.
There's just something about going out there and hitting a tennis ball. Yeah, just being resilient is just, that's kind of been the story of my life, but tennis really kind of emphasizes that. Just because you have to have incredible abdominal strength to hit the ball. Just not having that abdominal strength, and I clocked a 121 mile per hour ball in college in a tournament, and just being able to actually, fight fire with some of those higher level tennis players is a true testament, considering I have no abdominal wall muscle.
What tennis gave Hunter was the ability to be a normal person, and to feel like he is a complete normal person, because he is. He went through something really hard when he was 3 years old that affected him and still affects him and will for the rest of his life. But I think it taught him that his mind wasn't limited.
I had a meeting with one of my good friends. His name is Sean, at Kentucky Wesleyan, and we were watching the Chosen series together. And one of the disciples, he asked Jesus in the film, why haven't you healed me the way you heal other people completely? And he goes, imagine the story you have to tell versus everybody else tells the same story.
There's Austin going to visit him at the hospital. They let Austin come up. And he loved his yellow Jeep, Mr. Cool, riding the big yellow Jeep.
I love to, just enjoy life, because I've been given a second chance at it. Just physically and spiritually, I've been given a second chance.